Hey everyone, welcome back to Beekeeping with Natalie, or welcome to if you are new. Today we're doing some more wax dipping. We really only do this like once or twice a year, and so we're going to film it. We've already done a video on it before. If you want to check out that video, I'll leave the link right here. It has a little bit more information on the wax, and I know we've done a video on it, but we also have some new subscribers that I want to show how we do it. If they haven't seen that video already, we tried painting for a while, but we're not a big fan of it anymore now that we've tried the wax dipping. It's a lot easier, and the boxes last a lot longer, and so we're going to show you how we do it. And so these are boxes that we're about to put in here. These are the pine man-like boxes, and so these ones are not wax dipped, these ones are, and we're also marking them. So like we're doing some lids and bottom boards, and we're marking 22 on all of them so that we know which day we marked or which day we wax dipped them. So this is a 24 by 24 tank, and we're also using the same cinder block that we used last year, so it's extremely heavy, and the wax it's soaked up all the wax, so it's pretty heavy, so I won't be lifting anything. But my dad's gonna come in here and put this into the tank, and so we've got 3 deeps over here. Got 2 and then 1 inside of it. So he just puts those in, and then they kind of float a little bit, so we put the cinder block on top of it. So we'll leave these in here for about 16 minutes, and so they're a lot quicker because they dry really fast, and paint takes a while to dry. And then we also have some water over here just for emergencies if it needs to be used. So I think that's pretty much it for now, so we'll show you how we pull them out in just a little bit. Alright, so the tank is about at 275 right now, and we had a lot of rain the last couple days. It seems like we've had so much rain, and so basically some of the boxes might have gotten a little bit of water in them while they were sitting around ready to be wax dipped, and so once we put them in there, we basically are trying to boil the water out, and basically what happens is it foams up a lot. And so it foamed over a little bit, that's why we quickly grabbed a bucket and started filling this right here. And so what we'll do is probably put this back in for the next batch because they won't have as much water in there. And so that's what just happened now. That happens every now and then when the boxes have a lot of water in them, but it's actually a good thing because that means we're getting all the water out. And so yeah, that's just what happened, but I think they're about ready to be pulled out, which we'll show you here in a little bit. Okay, so we went ahead and turned the tank down to 250 because it was at 275, which is a little higher than what we normally do. We are using propane, which is, we've already gone through 30 pounds of it, and at the price that it is, we want to keep it a little bit lower. So we're going to go ahead and take the boxes out, or my dad's going to take the boxes out, and we'll set them aside over here to dry, which they dry really quickly. So it is pretty hot, so he'll set it on the tank a little bit so he's not holding it for too long because we're just using some leather gloves. But if you are doing this, try to find some good gloves. We tried to find some, but they ended up not working out too good, so. Okay, so we have finished those ones. We pulled them out, and we'll go ahead. We normally quickly put them back in, but we'll do that here in a second. And so these will sit over here and dry for a little bit. And I did want to mention that these are the Bob Benny bottom boards that we have been wax dipping. So he has a video out on it, which I will leave right here if you want to check it out. We really just followed the video on how to make them if you want to know how to do that. And so we already started using these for some of the hives. Really quickly, a lot of these boxes were built like yesterday or a couple days ago and then wax dipped and then put on hives. So we really needed them, And these ones over here, we're about to wax dip all of these, which will take a couple hours, so we'll probably be doing this later tonight. But we want to get it done because it takes a really long time to melt all this wax, a few hours for sure. And so when we're doing it, 4 hours was how long it took to do this one. And so we try to wax dip as many things as we can because we really only do this every now and then, like once or twice a year, like I mentioned earlier. And so I think that's pretty much it. We might wax dip a couple more things. I think that's mostly it. And yeah, I think that's it. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer them. And then on the tank, this is a homemade tank, so there's nothing that I can provide for you guys to be able to get this built. But it's a great tank and it's done really well for us. So I think that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Follow along for more bee adventures and be here next time on Beekeeping with Natalie.